Well, that is it for my little workout experience on Billy's boat. We had a great time. Yeah, it was nice to see him and catch up, and yeah, go out antique hunting as well. That is it. I'm going to make my way back to France, and I'll see you back there. So after a very pleasant 6-hour cruise across to Normandy, I've got a 2-hour drive back to home, and I'll see you all in the morning when I'll show you what my plans are for my next project. Good morning everyone. At last I'm back home. I got back the early hours of this morning, but it is a beautiful day. Yep, it was great to go over and see Billy. I caught up with the family as well. Done a little bit of shopping, didn't we? Now what I want to show you is in the boot, and this is going to kick off my next project. Let's take a look. I'd just like to say a big hello to all the new subscribers, and of course everyone that's been with me from the start. Okay, what have I got in the boat? Let's take a look. Yes, after lengthy negotiations, I couldn't get them to budge on the price for these two big wheels with the axles. I paid £120, which, you know, all said and done, is a pretty good price really, because if you was to buy a new cast of one of these shepherd's hut wheels, you're looking at quite a few hundred just for one wheel. Now I personally prefer the old vintage, these are probably antique, look at these fantastic pieces. So I'm going to get them lifted out. I'll explain what I've got to do next with them. These two were purchased from a separate dealer. These will be the smaller wheels at the front of the shepherd's hut that I plan to make from scratch. They have to be smaller because they go underneath the chassis. The big ones are non-turning, that's why they're larger. Okay, let's put these down. Now these two, I only paid €30 for the two, which is a great price. You know, you certainly couldn't get them cast for that money. Let's just wheel these out of the way. Now for these ones, they're a bit heavier. These are going to be quite challenging to get them free, because at the moment the axles have seized inside the hub. But I think I've got a plan for that. But first, let's try and get them out. What do we think of them? Yep, they're very old. They're probably Victorian, 120 plus years old. Really made to last, but the problem is they've been lying maybe on a cart somewhere for quite some years, and yeah, this rotating part has got stuck in here. But if you look closely, you'll find that there is a hole there. Now what that is for is for pouring in some oil, which would have lubricated this whole axle in the hub. Now I'm hoping that by applying some penetration oil in there, or some diesel, and letting them stand for a few days, it might free it up. And if I can get this split pin off and that end cap off, then I could really get some penetrating oil in this end, stand it up. That might be an idea. Now, I've always been fascinated by these ancient old shepherd's huts. You don't see them so much in France as a shepherd's hut. They're called roulottes, slightly different, but the style of the English shepherd's hut, you know, really is nice. And yeah, I just want to make an authentic one, so I'm trying to buy all old parts. Some things I'll have to buy new, maybe some of the timber, definitely a wood burner in there. And yeah, just sight it over here. Beautiful spot to look out on. In actual fact, let's walk over there, I'll show you where I plan to site it. So if you are new to the channel, a little bit of background. I bought this 1 acre plot with 4 cottages, lots of outbuildings back in 2000, I forget what it was, anyway 2012, yeah, that's it, don't time fly. Yeah, it was derelict, hadn't been lived in for decades, so I'm slowly turning it around. We've got a lovely situation here, we're in the middle of orchards, all organic, and it's a very tranquil place. Still got lots of work to do. This is the plot that I'm after developing. We're going to get that quite a lot for the shepherd's hut. The chickens there, all planted up with fruit and willow tree in this area. And it just overlooks this beautiful orchard here. And this is our boundary. And then just there is an old bread oven, and then a sunken track goes down. That's where they would have brought the cattle in and out into this farm that I'm actually living in at the moment. Now these derelict open barns are great for storage. I do plan to construct the shepherd's hut in this area here. So all this has got to be cleared. I'll be clearing this soon for more storage. That's where the old chicken run used to be. At the moment it is full of brambles. So that's the plan. We're going to set up the axles in here on blocks. I can work away undercover, and then when it's ready to come out we can just wheel it forward. Now a vast majority of all the work undertook here is just by myself on my own, so it's not an ultra fast moving channel, it's more of the journey than the end product really. I'll just show you how I tackle certain things, sometimes with no budget at all, and we make some progress, you know, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit along the way. Now this area here does flood, it's the lowest part of my property, so what I'm going to have to do here is build this up with some crushed stone, start putting pathways in. These derelict open barns will need to be cladded and tidied up, a little bit of repair work on the roof as well. It'll be a very tranquil place to wake up in the morning with your cup of coffee in the shepherd's hut. And then maybe if it isn't used in the winter, it can simply be reversed back into there. That's the plan. This project will be run in conjunction with the cottage renovations. We'll still be doing that virtually every day. This will just be a nice change for me as well as the viewers, to work outside when the weather's just right, and yeah, just mix things up a little bit. I mean, when you think of it, it's not just all about the cottage renovations. You know, if you've been with me from the start, you'll know that. It's about the whole thing. It's about the lifestyle, how I'm able to do it, just the challenges that I'll come up against, and how I'll get over them. After all, we all have challenges in our life, don't we? Feel a little bit jaded after the long journey, but yeah, we'll set everything out and then we'll go full steam ahead tomorrow back in the cottage. So let's try and get some penetration oil into those hubs, leave them, and then we'll come back to them a little bit later. We'll take a look inside the cottage shortly and I'll outline some of my ideas and plans in there. But first we've got to get these hubs soaking so I can get on with other things. I think diesel is a good thing to soak these in, but I've got oil and some penetration oil, so I'm going to mix the two together and just see whether it does anything really. Failing that, it'll have to go in a big bucket of diesel and be forgotten about for a few days. I'm going to fill it up to the top and then see whether it dissipates. I've read that you can use white vinegar as well. That's filled to the top. I wouldn't imagine it's going to do anything straight away. start. Hoping that that chamber goes all the way around the hub. It's hard to gauge really. So that's full up. Just let that penetrate now, do its thing. God, wouldn't it be nice if they started turning? I think the next thing I'll probably do is take these pins out as mentioned, try and knock the end cap off and attack it from the other side. Let's talk about some of the other items that I purchased. Now most of you see the chair in the other video. It's what's referred to as a captain's chair or a smoker's chair. That needs a light clean up, a little bit of woodworm treatment. But this I bought at what we call a yard sale really. It was a boot sale in England and it's almost identical to the one I've got already. It's a slightly different brown, but I can colour that up. Now this was £1. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when he told me. He said he doesn't want to put it back on his van and it's £1. I said, well, for £1 you've got no worries about it going back on your van. It's that kind of gentleman's pub like feel that I want to go for in the cottage. So yeah, I was well pleased with that. Then I paid a little bit more for these brackets, but they're quite rare. And a very unusual design. That's what caught my eye. I've got two lots of them. Now they would have gone against the wall like that. It's made from solid bronze, and then you'd have had an insert of timber in there for your shelf and then a fixing on the other side. Now I can use them all in a row, or I can use these separately. They're solid brass, and I think these would have probably come off of a ship or maybe a train. Yeah, that's that kind of quality. Not to pay £20, two pairs when you think of the quality isn't a lot of money in today's terms, especially for something you'd buy new out of the shop. Probably wouldn't last that long. So I was well pleased with my little purchases. Now I have access to quite a lot of antiques and different kind of styles over here. Always go to Vid Greniers and antique fairs, but when it comes to English stuff, quite limited on what you can find here. The only time you get that is when an expat wants to sell it or they're moving. So I've been looking for these items for quite some time, haven't found them, so I thought, well, two birds with one stone. When I go over and help Billy, I'll have a little look around at some of the antique centres, and yeah, I was lucky this time. I've learnt not to walk away from these things because I've seen them before in England. You go back to them, they're gone. So that's that. Okay, let's talk about the plans inside the cottage coming up. And this area here is going to be designated for kind of like a library with a desk there, that captain's chair, and a seat just in front of it. Some nice books. So at the moment I'm in the process of fabricating this bookcase. Got to get some more timber, but I shall start work on that tomorrow. That's just one area. And the other area that I'm working on is the kitchen, which is just behind you. Oh yes, it is. Apologies to all those that have seen these videos about me talking about what's going on, but I think it's only fair for new subscribers to understand what I'm actually trying to obtain here. Okay, everything I do myself, it's all made to measure. I try and be as resourceful as I can using antique items, ironware, pieces of furniture. So basically we've just got a worktop laid out there and just very low key amenities really. It's all about it looking right, you know, being able to be used. Initially it's probably going to be used for family and friends, and then we'll see how it turns out, you know, as to how I develop it from there. So the sink area along here, and yeah, it's coming along nicely. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a big tidy up in here because I've just stored everything in here while I went back to England. So yeah, a quick tidy up I think is in order. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little mini tour and update. Once I get back to full speed tomorrow, we'll start work in here, start making some progress again. Okay, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.